check one thing. I need to restart chess downstairs. I know, Chaz isn't doing his job. Back to work, Chaz, back to work. Okay. Whew. Okay. Back to work. So this one will be sound a little weird, and it'll have to stretch around when worn. How much does it cost to cosplay a character? Well, it just depends on the character and the materials that I use. Hi Daniel, welcome on. How are you today? Oh, that one's a bad one. We're gonna toss that one. Yeah, I think it's Daniel and Cliff. I think you're the two people that have been like going hardcore at watching the YouTube videos, and we're at now 404 watch hours. So thank you. Yes. Okay, that one's pinned. Let's go to the other one. Doing good? Glad to hear. Okay, and now for the second one. This one's got a little bit of glue still on it though. Let's see if I can get off real quick. Yeah, I like covering the EVA foam with the fabric material and the craft bond. It's a neat process, but it kind of looks, I don't really know how to explain it. It just doesn't look like it's fully correct. something about it is a little off. But I don't know if it's like because it's not 100% clean, because I'm still kind of new at the process or what. But I'll work around with it a little bit. I was happy to cover some 3D printed parts with it. It was kind of like vacuum forming for them. You actually have seen many there are interesting even though you don't do... Aw, thanks! There will be many, many more coming soon. Slowly pinning.
Let this be another night to tie around my bed at night. I know I've lost the fight to erase your face, my mind. Awake, alive, you're staring up beyond the sky.
Okay, and then these. I'm sure sewing this part's going to be a bit of a challenge too, just because of going through the EVA foam one more time. Those two pins. So I'm gonna go set up the sewing machine now. Just give me 2 seconds. I don't know if I'm done. Okay, I'm rotating camera. Close your eyes. Okay, good to open. Let's switch out to our red fun or red now. We're gonna switch over to this one. No, that one. That. Okay, good to go. Hopefully we won't have issues with the machine today. Now it's going to be sewing through the EVA foam, so we might have a little bit more of a tricky spot. With the black fabric underneath, it's not as bad. But the red fabric, if the shiny side was touching the sewing machine, it actually ends up sticking really bad and makes it very difficult to sew. Okay. And that one is done. Take out my pins. Hey Panda, welcome on and thank you for the host. Much love. I need to move my camera tilted upward a little more. How are you today?
This is not forever. Folks changing like the weather. Cold wind and all around. Toxic people being severed. Like leaves falling in September. Cold wind and on the ground.
There we go. I love the Ches emote. I love seeing it. You're good on your lunch break? Thanks. Doing well. We had one little hiccup just a little bit ago with the stream, but we seem to be back up and running, which is good. What are you eating for lunch today? I had some ravioli. Beefaroni. Asuka Wowerlaw. This one's Asuka. We are still working on our World of Warcraft cosplay, and we are not currently working on a League of Legends cosplay. The only thing I haven't done for the leggings is I haven't made the kneecap, which is going to be out of EVA foam, and then I'm going to stretch some fabric over it. And then I've got the toe part done. I just need to paint it silver. So. Okay. I'm going to flip back over here. So close your eyes. Good to open. Yeah. Sad day that's gonna have those marks, but oh well. So the thing I have to decide is if I want to stitch it upward too. I might just do it to there and there, and not go on that part. Let me see. So that's gonna be covered. Yeah, I'll need to stitch it down so it doesn't pop out as far. You think it's gonna look awesome? Aw, thank you. I hope so. I hope so. It's definitely gonna look interesting. say the least. And hopefully awesome is the interesting part.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live
Thanks.
the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10.
With the black parts that we're gonna attach, I think I'm gonna have to just glue those down and not sew them, just because it's gonna be at that point like 4 millimeters of EVA foam plus 3 to 4, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of fabric on top of that, and the sewing machine might not be too happy. I don't know. We might test that out. Okay, those pieces, and we'll go to the other side and pin those. I want this to be done already. Oh, I did finish sealing all of the EVA foam pieces that I think we showed on stream last time. So all that's been done, which is good. There. If you're just getting here, welcome. My name's Tiffany from Tiffany Cosplay, and we're currently working on our Asuka cosplay. And these are the leggings that we're doing right now. And we make a new cosplay every single month. Oh, that one didn't go. Let's try a different one. Yep. Cheers. And drinks, we also make drinks. I mean, I do like drinks. I like making Moscow mules. Especially when you have fresh herbs outside to put in your drinks. Chaz might get mad because I'm stealing all of his veggies, but they're nice. Okay, that one is fully pinned. Drink channel coming? Drink coming? No. Okay. Vodka soda is your jam. That's all good too. Oh, I want new music. Let's see. Let's see how this one goes. I'm like all concerned right now with listening to what I normally do just because some of the channels were not copyrighted, and now that we're trying to put a lot more stuff onto YouTube, it's that and all of the everybody getting banned from Twitch from their clips and stuff. It's like ugh. Vodka Big Red is your big You've been enjoying some dark and storminess lately? Speed metrics. Cheers. Yeah, I've got in the fridge right now. Of course I have wine. And then I have some type of vodka. I don't know what I have. And then I've got my margarita stuff with the margaritas with wine in it that HEB makes. It's yummy. It's yummy. Polar ice cream. Two more pins on this side. Okay, and then the other side. Nice. I know in college, San Antonio, Adam used to infuse a lot of vodkas and stuff, which is always interesting. Pinna. Carrot cons. I looked into, well, you know what, I really love Raft right now. And they were supposed to be releasing the second chapter sometime, like, I guess this month or whatnot. And it got pushed back to the fall, unfortunately. So, sad day. But I wanted to restart it. So I'm probably gonna restart a new game of it and just kind of like build up on things. And one more. Okay, there we go. Hi, Unexpected Greg. How are you today? Okay, that's all pinned. I just want to take a picture of it real quick. Okay. Now we're gonna head over to the sewing machine. You're very good, thanks. How are you? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Busy as always. Okay, we're gonna rotate the camera again, so close your eyes. Okay, good to open. Alright, let's sew this piece on. These I will have to remove some as we go. Okay, rotate. Oh yeah, I have to show you the squid that we made on stream last time. I covered it in fabric and it still looks like a squid. Yep. Okay. That side's done. Yeah. Didn't you, like, somebody messaged me about it when I posted it. I thought it was funny. Okay, then the other side. I think we're gonna go to the top of this just so it doesn't look weird if one part being cut. Well, it's gonna be covered with the black. Never mind. Trust your first time doing it. Yes, we did. Don't you love hearing me talk to myself? Trying to think. It's better than talking to Ches. He's got some brilliant ideas, but he's a good listener. listener, not really good at too much feedback, besides just trying to eat everything. His solution always, take another bite out of it. He was so happy yesterday. Litterbox Day ended up being yesterday instead of Tuesday. And so he got to run around all day and he was so happy. There's so many bunny hops and he was just a wild thing. Gonna be a good listener with ears like that? You'd think so. You'd think so. But he also has like so much hair everywhere and covering his ears, like he might not actually hear anything. Also, the construction people, they've been working a little bit, but it's been mostly they've been doing most of like the plumbing stuff next door, so it hasn't been too loud, which has been nice. I'm waiting for them to start putting all of the lumber and building the actual building, and every 2 seconds hearing the whoosh, whoosh of the nail gun. That's gonna be the look. There you go. Okay, and then for the second one, so and thanks guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tiffany from Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and press the follow button. Yeah, okay, thanks. Back to sewing. His timing is perfect. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm happy I remembered to go and turn it back on again after my internet died. I don't know why it did that. Okay, and then sewing back through the EVA foam. Did I go to the other end? Wait, no, I went past where I was supposed to. Damn it. Meh. It's only a tiny bit though, you won't really notice it. I wanted to stop like right before this black line, but it may still mostly be covered. And with sewing through the EVA foam as well as the red material, there is no recovering from them. You mess up, and it permanently will be there. Even if you take the thread out, you will always have that mark. Yamashita. Rotating the camera, close your eyes. Okay, good open. Alrighty. Cheers. Alright. Trim those little pieces. Lurka lurka. I always love that. I'm trying to decide if I want like the lurking emote to be like hiding behind like a little wall or like popping up from like a table. I had like one person that said I should be in like an Assassin's Creed hoodie, like hiding, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Cut. Crouch. There. I like the Pikachu going through the grass. Hoodie with a glass of wine if you can get that detailed. Oh, that would be difficult, I think. I like the ones with words, but I don't want to do too many of like, because we're gonna have a hype emote, but it's gonna be like a carrot one that says hype, and then we already have one that says hi. Hiding behind a glass of wine. It's like, might just be like, you just see like a little bit of strands of hair in it. I'd love to do one of, like a dead emote, where I'm just like laid out like, wah. So tired. Okay. So all of those pieces are sewn on the Aww. So piece-wise that we need to put on here still. These little guys. So, we need to do some sampling. So we'll have these two. I need to figure out which one goes on which. I think it goes like that. That's what we're gonna do. I need to see about gluing it, how well it sticks. Just because I really don't think I'm gonna be able to stitch this down at all. This is EVA foam that's been covered in the stretch fabric. And then we also have these two pieces that'll come down here on the foot. So that one will be, I think it's like that. And then this one, I still need to paint silver. And it'll be attached there on the feet. Or I'm gonna attach them on the shoe. I don't know, I need to look at that. One of those. I feel like y'all changed to like an emote only chat. So yeah, let's do some sampling real quick. So let's do, I've got some scrap over here. Always save your scraps, they come in handy. So we have this, and then I need scrap EVA foam. We're actually, we're gonna do this and this first, these two, and then we'll do EVA foam after that. Aw, love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so for 2 seconds, we're just gonna open the window. in reality, it's not the back side of this that's going to attach. If it does attach, it's going to be the fabric side. So I need to see attaching it like that. Yes, you get to hear all of the cars today. Hoopla. I have not refilled this. Okay. There we go on those two pieces. What is that one? Oh, it's a, okay. From a distance, I didn't know if it what it was. I don't know. Honestly, I'm surprised Twitch can do those and not get like sued. Yeah. Hi, awesome Andrew. Come on. No, thank you. Let's do a sample of the two 4mm EVA foam. I'm sorry, two 2mm EVA foam. Yee! Mickey, thank you for the new follow. Much love. Okay. It's actually drying really fast. It's nice. The only thing with the sample is I'm not gonna have, actually I can't even pin it. I'm not gonna have the fabric on it, so that's gonna cause the push and tug. But I'm gonna try it out real quick. I'm not gonna move the camera since it's just a quick one. Afraid with the fabric, once it's on it, it's gonna have issues. I think what we're gonna do, so we need to test these two out. If it works with that, then we might glue it and then attempt to sew on it afterwards. You found an anime cosplay you really want to do, but it looks so uncomfortable. Oh, put a picture in Discord. Okay, let us see. Yeah, we're gonna want to sew it. So the glue does kind of work, but the problem is it just peels off of the red instantly. So yeah, but I think gluing as a base first for both the pieces and then sewing it on top, hopefully we'll be able to sew it. So, hi, Just Great, welcome on, how are you? From One Piece, if you don't know One Piece, that dude with that wears a suit. I don't know. I don't like One Piece, so I don't know any of the characters, sorry. You're okay? Good. Glad to hear. I'm doing okay. We had a little hiccup earlier with the stream, but we are back and doing well. Yeah. So I think we like streamed for like 30 minutes beforehand, and then it went down for a little bit. Okay. So we'll need a short one and a long one for each of them. And we're gonna do I wish I pin it, but if I pin it, it's really gonna mess it up. Short one on the top, long one on the bottom. Okay, okay. And I really need to refill the bottle. Okay, we'll do that. We will do that real quick. Yeah. I'll open the second window too. And I'm just gonna put my hair up temporarily while we while we pour the glue. And then we will do some paper. That noise. I make you miss having long hair. I love long hair. Every time I cut my hair short, I regret it. I'm like happy for a day or two, and then afterwards I'm just like, why did I do this? It takes forever to make it long again. But I do want to color it. I'm thinking doing silver. Like a gray silver. So good at concerts. My little trick, my $5 bottle versus my $6 bucket. You save a lot of money that way. Okay. Done with that. I need more paper towels. trim the good 5 to 6 inches off once per year and suddenly regret it every time. I know. I think when I met you, your hair was, I don't know, you had it in a bun, so I don't know how long it was, but I know it was long to be able to do that. Just hit your head on a fan that felt good. Why'd you do that? Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a secret. You wear a hat everywhere you can go. Okay. Okay, so we are good to go. Let's go ahead and put our glue on the back of all of these pieces. Tall guy problems. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're like 6'4", I think, right? I think that's what you said. I don't have these problems because I'm like 5'2", so. No going back from this. Hopefully it works. If you're just getting here, welcome. My name's Tiffany from Tiffany Gordon Cosplay. We are currently going to be gluing some of our EVA foam that's covered in fabric onto our leg pieces, and then hopefully we'll be able to stitch it together. And this is for our Asuka cosplay. And we make a new cosplay every single month. Okay, done with that. It's nice that it dries so fast on this though. But I guess also it being like 100 outside and the windows open kind of helps. Yee! Preservation, thank you for the new follow. Much love. Okay. It's probably something like that. At least it's in the high 90s. So, but that's normal. I'm actually gonna wait for those to dry a little because I need to see how far down I need to add the glue. I didn't measure that. Oh, I know. It's humid all day, and like the dust is kind of gone, but you can still see it everywhere. Oh. Thank you for the new follow. But yeah, it's, ugh, like it was all rainy this morning, and now it's just like hot and humid and awful, awful. 1 minute 70 and next is 100. Oh yeah, that's a normal day. That's a normal day. Okay, these are pretty much dry. Can I see that? Can't really see that. But I don't want to switch to silver. Let me, since I barely tested it. No, I can still see it. Okay. I'm just getting cold, yeah. We said longer one on the bottom, I believe. So it's going to attach here. Unexpected Greg, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the channel. Much love and welcome everybody to the Tiffany Gordon cosplay community. Yay! Yay, yay! You're gonna hear that a lot now. Let me write it down real quick. Living up to your word. Yay, yay. Or your name. Not do that one? Yay, yay, yay! There we go. Going through everybody. I'll have to update our account once it's done. Okay, there is that one. Oh, you got the bee one! That's cute. I didn't even look to see which one I got. What is it? Oh, I got a penguin holding a flower. Ah, that's cute. Okay, should be updated now. We are at 31 sub points. Thank you. Blah. Okay. That was a long one, and then we need the short one. We're just gonna go here. The little details that nobody will see. I really doubt I'll wear this cosplay ever to a convention too. Just because it's a little cheeky, I guess. How many Pride emotes exist? I don't know. Somebody posted their collection last stream and I think they had like 20 of them. But I love them, they're so cool. Okay. And then trace this one. Had fun watching, gotta get back to work. Have you pretty. Aw, thanks for stopping by and have a wonderful rest of your day as well. One. Yep. Guys, like, if I was to ever wear this at a convention, I'd have to, like, make some shorts for it. Because I don't want to go. Even if I was, like, at a booth or something, I still don't want my bum hanging out. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. Okay, now we can put our glue on those parts. So let's move these out of the way. Our little bacon strips that are drying. Oh, we should do this in reverse order. That one first, then we can move back. the glue where inside the lines and try not to go over. And then this will help it for us sewing on. That one's done. Close bottle. So we will move this to the side to dry. For working with contact cement glue, you want both pieces to have glue on them that you're attaching together, and then let them fully dry before attaching. This will give you the best bond of the two pieces. Otherwise, if they're still wet, it'll still move on you. And then potentially, wherever the outer part is of your piece that's drying, that's going to dry faster than your inside part. And especially with EVA foam, you can end up having a little wet pocket of glue that can sometimes last like a day or two. And so if your two pieces are attached and you attached them while they were wet and you go to sand, you may all of a sudden come to a wet spot of the glue, which is not ideal and can make problems really bad. Okay. And then our last two pieces. Oh. Like, sounds like somebody's trying to get into the room. So I've got for the ventilation right now the fan on max, and then I've got both windows open and I have the door closed, so that way all of the air will draft outside. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, there we go. That is all of our glue. Because you saw a wet spot near the base of it, the whole thing got wrecked. Yeah. Actually, that might be one of my first little mini tips for our YouTube channel. I'm gonna write that down. And then I have video of me pouring the glue into the bottle, so I can just clip that. Thanks, guys. Y'all help me think of it. things that every time I stream, oh, by the way, we're waiting for glue to dry, so, but I always, like, every time I stream and stuff, I just normally say these things, and I need to start, or if y'all hear me say something, go on, cards, go on. If y'all hear me say something that you think would be a good little cosplay trick or tip or something, let me know. Because I just normally say these things and I don't really like, I mean, this is what I do all the time, but sometimes I think that not everybody might know these little money saving tricks or something. I don't know. Okay. Let us move this one over here since that one is drying on us. We'll have to leave the windows open just for a little bit longer as the rest of the air vents out, and then we can close them. So, but cheers guys, thanks for watching. Okay, so this one. I'm going to trim the corner ever so slightly. Yeah, that's better. The roads, I know. Well, what time is it? So it's 2 o'clock. I don't know. Like, there was no one earlier, and then all of a sudden they just all went at once. One of them was a semi-truck, though, for construction. They are... I discovered, so besides doing construction and building another townhome next door, right down the road they are redoing the roof on the elementary school, which from my bathroom window looks like they're doing a carnival because it's so colorful, so I don't know. But that's where a lot of the trucks have been going. The, if y'all remember on our last stream there was like I said there was like 2 large dump trucks or whatever with or semi-dump trucks with like gravel and stuff that went on. They were going over to the school. That one's somewhere there. Ideally I should do this over the trash can, but whatever. My studio is an absolute disaster right now. Like underneath is, for all of these red fabrics, I had to cut them and fold them, and they're all sewn underneath as well. And each piece, because you have to like trim them certain ways to fold them and things, there's just so many little triangles and squares under me, and I tried picking up most of them, but there's still quite a few. I need to vacuum either today or tomorrow. Okay, one more to trim, and then we'll glue. Okay, there we go. Short and long, short and long. You thought it was a barfing unicorn emote there for a second? Which one? Oh, the paint bucket. Honestly, I would love a barfing unicorn that's like tossing up rainbows. I would love that. Okay. Let us attach. So our line was from the template, and these are a little bit smaller, but the thing with Sharpies on this red fabric, electronics trap. Okay, I don't know what he's doing. The thing with the Sharpie on this is it just rubs off. It was one of the samples I did beforehand, because I was thinking one of the ways I could do it would be to draw on all of the little black lines, but it just didn't look right and it was coming off, so. Trying printing first, tried something while ago using different seal. Yes, but I don't want to do like comparison videos like that. So I already do my. We will close them in a bit. I already do my cosplay tutorials, and I want these to be like really, really simple videos, not full-on demonstrations of like, here's the difference between this type of glue and this one, because Kamui did a wonderful job with that, and I don't want to just like repeat what she does, and I'm not trying to be a Kamui. I'm trying to be a Tiffany, and so it's kind of like, she did a wonderful job with that. There's no need for me to make my own version of it, at least in my opinion. Do it my way? Yeah. That is one of the plans, though, is to do like a how to cut EVA foam, how to glue EVA foam, things like that. But I kind of like the little tricks of the glue and stuff. Things like that, I think, are really, really important that most people don't really know about, and how to save money on things. And that's some of the stuff I'm more interested in too. Not necessarily, this is a cheaper way of doing it that doesn't look as good kind of thing. I want to still be like, this is the quality and the stuff that I do, to kind of show and help people with it as well. Emergency repair kit for accidents at cons and photo shoots. That'd be nice. I call that an oh shit box. Okay, there's our two pieces glued. Yeah, with our cosplay tutorials, I've been doing them now for, I think, 2 or 3 years, and I'm trying to do a different version where the first ones were like those were all like tutorials on a full piece of armor, like a shoulder pad or wings or something from start to finish, and these I want to be like hacks and tricks and like small little things. Little, yeah. But the oh shit box thing is interesting. I just don't even carry one anymore. At this point, I'm like, if it breaks, whatever. But a lot of cons are actually really nice now, is they have a repair station, which is pretty cool. How to back your stitch line for extra strength. How you do your body measurements. Now you're going fancy. I'm not that fancy. Yeah, sewing tutorials are probably not really going to happen from me, since I am not a sewing expert whatsoever. I am all self-taught, and I have no idea what half the stitches are called. I just mimic what I see on fabric. So yeah. Okay, we are good to go and sew this now. Speaking about sewing. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna rotate the camera. Close your eyes. And I think we are also good to close the windows. Okay, you can open. Yeah, y'all have a lot more faith in my skills than I do. Let's let's not close that in the window. Okay. Yee. Okay, we are good. But I do agree, tutorials and tricks and stuff on sewing for cosplaying is really needed. But that's not something that I think I can really produce, and like say this is the proper way when I don't actually know the proper way. Okay. We're just gonna do a quick little test since we changed out our material. Good. And hopefully this will work. It'll be a little bit difficult to see, as always. Now this part's only one foam, and then now we are in 2 foams. Okay, it seems to be working. We may have to clean the needle though, since the contact cement glue. Sometimes when you go through materials that have glue on them, it'll end up with the sewing needle going in and out. It reactivates it and heats it up, and then causes a little bit of problems. That and the red fabric, when you stop, it sticks back to the sewing machine. You just have to give it a little shove. Couple of the threads are re-hooking itself. So after this one, we'll undo it and clean our needle. Yeah, there's a whole section here that completely got missed. Okay. You want to redo that one spot? Let us take this out real quick. Get some of the glue off of it. Redo our thread, just to make sure. And then we'll go over that one spot that it didn't, of course. We'll go over that one spot that didn't, stick. Occasionally with this machine, the little pot, like, spot that you put the thread through, it, when you sew, for some reason, has gotten loose. And you can actually move it, so if it gets hit, sometimes it'll make it where it's too tight, and when you put the thread through, it'll actually cut it. so I have to occasionally watch out for that. Okay. Yeah, you can see there. Oh, there. Top one that we just sewed. Not too bad. I should have moved this over a little so it would have been hidden, but oh well. This is our second one. And then back around. That one didn't hook. Got most of it on that one. How's the cosplay coming? It's coming along. We just finished sewing on the 2 black parts on this one. Now we gotta do the other side. Yeah, it looks a lot better now it's stitched. I kind of want to go over the red line too, the other part, because it just makes it look that much better. I don't personally like the look of, like, I liked covering, so this is EVA foam that we've covered with the fabric, and I don't know, there's something about it that I just didn't like how it was covered. It just didn't look real, but when you add the stitch over it, it looks a lot better. So I think we're going to go over all of those pieces, at least for the outer line here, just to add it. Hey, Game Father! Okay. Yeah. All of these pieces have glue on everything. It's all dry, but it's the craft bond. It actually on this red 4-way stretch vinyl fabric from Yamaha. It comes off, so it'll stick both the pieces you want together, but then it also comes off at the same time, and so it like happens to come off on my hands a lot, and it's really annoying. Same with the 3D printed parts. Okay, there's a part back there that didn't stitch. Yeah, we're gonna have to go over that one little spot. just want to fix these two little spots. Since we're right here. So it becoming sticky, it actually, what happens is the thread sticks to the needle, which is causing it not to actually go through all the way, and it skips then. Oh, thought I had it loaded. Back the other way. You could, but I mean, it's fine for what I'm doing. Just using a paper towel and cleaning it. Because, like I said earlier, the glue, the contact cement glue, as well as the craft bond, with the needle going through, it's actually causing friction to heat up the glue again and make it reactivate. And so the glue then is sticking to your needle a little bit. But it's just a simple little clean. And it's not like, you can't like prevent it from this, you just gotta clean it as you go. Like every time you sew, it's just gonna do the same thing, so you gotta just keep cleaning as you go. Either that or change out the needle, but you'll go through a lot of needles that way, and I'd rather just kind of clean it. That part we may have to review. Didn't sound like it fully stitched those. Thanks guys for watching. Okay, there you go. Yeah, most of it. There's only a few spots that it didn't fully go through, so there's like right there, and then tiny little spots, but they're just like it missed one pick. So, I got blue on my thumb. Okay. I do want to do that extra little detail line. You're more listening than watching. Does that count? Yeah, that's totally fine. Honestly, that's what I do most of the time when I'm on Twitch, is I'm doing other work and I'm listening, and then occasionally I'll look up to see like what somebody's, like the game they're playing or whatnot. Normally when somebody gets really loud and is like, ah! Then you look up and you're like, what did I miss? to our red. KKK. And then I just want to go back. I like it more when it has the little stitch around than not. It just seems more finished. So we're just gonna add that real quick. What channels do I follow? I mostly follow gaming streamers. So I watch Ko. He's one of my favorites just because of his gameplay. When he plays a game, he's like how I play a game, where he has to look at every single place and get 100% of things. And that's how I play my games. We're gonna have trouble with this because it's gonna stick now. The red material sticks to the sewing machine, and because it's folded over and doesn't have the black material behind it, it has a lot more problems. Dr. Disrespect, have you not heard the news about him? Yeah. I also watch Sacriel and Drake. They mostly all stream during the day, and that's when I'm working. At night, I'll sometimes watch Twitch, and normally I want to listen to somebody that's a little more relaxing. And what was his name? I don't remember his name, but he's relatively new. And he plays a lot of games with like a lot of more cutesy games, I guess, like Minecraft, and he does a lot of building ones and plays with other people. Sometimes he'll play Valorant, but I don't remember. It's gonna bug me now. It's either with an S or a K. He basically looks like an anime character. And sounds like one. But I don't know if that helps. Yeah. I don't want to talk about, like, theories on his band, though. Okay. There you go. And then I just want to do that together one too. Let's clean our needle again. No, let's not get me banned, please. Please. Because a lot of people are getting permabans, not just normal bans, and I don't want that. This is actually a source of my income. Yeah, Chaz would definitely be upset. Grumpy at me, and he'd just start pooping everywhere. So I woke up in the middle of the night to a loud thump, and I know the exact sound was Chez's food bowl. So I don't know what he did, but when I came downstairs this morning to look, his cage is clean, but all of his food is somehow outside of his cage. His bowl's still in the cage though. So I guess he was grumpy in the middle of the night and tossed it? I don't know. But yeah. When he's a grump, he's like a grump. And for anybody that's new to the channel, Ches is my pet rabbit, who also is a mod. He's a very good mod, and he's very good with technology and chewing on things. Need it fixed? Call Ches. He'll chew on it. Yee. Come on. I hate this material. In case you didn't know. Okay, we're done with it. In reality, I'm Chez's pet. Probably. Okay, let's switch back over here. We'll trim all of that. Close your eyes, rotating camera. Kate, good to open. And I'm gonna go and hit the restroom real quick, so back in a sec, and I'm gonna play an ad in the meantime. And thanks guys for watching. If you're new, welcome. My name's Tiffany from Tiffany Corner Cosplay. Press the follow button. Okay, bye. Back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. And I got the glue off of my hands. Yay! Okay, let us trim. I'm actually kind of happy with how it's looking so far. What now? that's all of those pieces. Then the second one. I still prefer the look of leather for my edges rather than fabric covered foam. But it's a good alternative for a cheaper way. But this is definitely the way to go for this cosplay. Got all their spots. Yep. Okay. Alright, so there's my legging. What I need to figure out though is, so we do have these two pieces, and if we're gonna attach them, we need to sew them. But there's another option of attaching these two pieces to the shoe. Otherwise, I would need to sew it here and somewhere there, which will cause a nightmare of things. So let me get the shoe real quick and we'll kind of look at that and I'll figure it out. And I didn't want to use just a plain high heel. I wanted one with a strap so that way it can tie around my ankle. Most of my cosplays for photo shoots, I'm having to hike to locations. And I can change there, but in Texas it's really hard to put on things when it's really hot. So it's a lot easier just to go there in the costume. And this one for sure, I'd have to wear it out there. Because this would definitely not go over my legs in Texas heat. So I definitely wanted one with a strap. And I don't mind when it comes to shoes for my cosplays if they're a little off. I would rather have a costume that looks pretty close to the original character, but I can still walk. So yeah, but this is probably my shortest heel for a cosplay. So it's amazing to me. But with this one, so she has, technically with the shoe, it's black here, black, and black. But then there's no straps here. This would all be open, that you wouldn't have this part. So yeah, but this piece, what I could do is we could actually sew it to the shoe there, and here I could take off the strap or whatever, and then it would fit on me, like that, rather than onto this part, because you're not going to see it. If I had it on the red piece, it's going to fit underneath. I think that's what we're gonna do. By the way, I was talking to myself too. We were thinking out loud. Thanks, chat. So that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah. So this cosplay is technically our cosplay of the month for July, this month. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. What is the tallest shoe? I think my tallest cosplay shoe is probably the shoe that I use for Kata Ari and for Pink Mercy and for, what was the other one? Oh, for A2. I think the heel is like that. So 6 inches or so. I mean, I'm used to walking in heels all the time, so it doesn't really matter for me. And because I'm a short person, it actually really helps me. So yeah. I'm going to change this because all of my lighting has now become dark again. Let us do that. Okay. And then we will do for this one. Oh, that's on auto balance. Let's make it a little brighter. Sorry, had to talk in Discord. Okay. So before we put these together, I'm just gonna trim the edges, and I'd like to do our little detail stitch around these. These parts are gonna be painted silver, and I'm gonna do them with airbrush paint, but I'm gonna do them later. So yeah, let's just trim these real quick. Make more of a mess. Okay, and these. But that means all we have to do is pin the leggings to each other and then sew them, and they should be done. I'm really excited about that. They basically took me today, yesterday, and the day before. Yeah, should being the key words. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and just pin this together. This will have to be bent over though. But we'll start from the bottom. I already reinforced this side though, so we didn't have to do that. Tomato. Hi Tomato, I miss you. Girl's best friend, the tomato, right? Cheers guys, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tiffany from Tiffany Word Cosplay. We are currently working on our Asuka cosplay. And we make a new cosplay every single month. So make sure to press the follow button so you can be here for all the fun adventures. And we also do some gaming streams. Yee! Being Purple, thank you for the new follow. Thanks up. And I'm just gonna trace this so I know where to trim it. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, one of them aligned perfectly, and then the other one got slightly off. Because the red fabric, it folds onto itself, it rolls really easily. Just trace it to cut it. Should be the only spot that we need to trim. And then trim over here. Good, I'm still. Okay. Like, please stop sticking to yourself. And I don't think we'll have enough pins, so we'll probably have to do one and then come back and pin the other. With the 4-way stretch fabric, I find it a lot better to pin the whole thing and leave the pins in while you stitch, so that way the fabric doesn't stretch constantly. It'll stretch with the opposite side equally. If you don't have it pinned and you stitch it, then you'll have where the layers sometimes will be fine, but then they'll start slowly shifting on you, and then you'll have a lot more pulling look to it. Try to get it to line as close as possible. We got kind of close on that one. Slightly off, but that's okay. Yeah, the only thing left for these after we're done sewing and then attaching the two pieces to the shoe is there is a kneecap that I have to make out of foam. Trying to keep this as much as possible in view. Thunder time? Is it raining for you? I think you're about to get those afternoon thunderstorms, but a little early. Oh, I would love that, but there's not a cloud in the sky right now. It's just pure blue sky. Well, kind of blue. It's got more of a dusty blue. Flat. Yeah, my plans for after the stream today are do my daily walk to the mailbox, and then I forgot what I'm gonna do for dinner. Yeah. Hi Kaiser, welcome on. How are you today? But yeah, that, and then for sure these I want to finish up. Yeah. But play some WoW would be really nice tonight. Looks like a Christmas tree. Oh yeah. there's our little Christmas sock. Or stocking. Okay. So we're not gonna pen the other one yet. We're gonna do this one first. But we're also gonna take these little guys
Yee.
and head over there and sew our edges. So thank you for the new follow. Much love. Okay, so rotating the camera one more time. So close your eyes. Okay, good to open. You know, check all of this. Hold 2 seconds. Gonna run out real quick. You'll be back in a while. No worries. Take your time. Bring back food, please. Okay. We need to switch to our black thread. Actually happy with how much work we're getting done today. Alrighty. So we're just gonna do our edging again. So it looks consistent with the rest. And these are, again, the 2mm EVA foam that has a craft bond sprayed on top of it, and then the 4-way stretch black fabric. Okay. That one's done. You can see. You can kind of see it there. Doing the edging. Now the two of these are the ones that are going to be airbrush painted silver, but I want to do the stitching detail first, so that way it's silver and not black. So our stocking thingy, we are going to switch. We're gonna first do just a normal one here. I think, did I take a picture of my stitch line? Let me check real quick. I did not. A lot of times I'll take a picture of when I change them. We're just gonna put it on this side and then I'll see. Nope, looks like I just did the base. Okay. So I'm just doing a single stitch first and then we're gonna go back with some more reinforcement stitching. Her thread snapped. Redo it. Come on. Yep. Hands work! From. Sometimes my hands are just like, we're not gonna work now, thanks. Okay. And thanks guys for watching. Start a little bit farther back. There we go. Tons of weight. I know. I've been noodly arms. Okay, so I want to do the same stitching on both ones first before we change all of our measurements. Or our type of stitching. So we're going to go back here and then pin our other one real quick. So I'm going to re-rotate the camera. Close your eyes. Okay, good to open. Alright, so let us unpin. We'll also need to go and trim our edge ever so slightly. It's 3 o'clock. I don't even remember what time I started the stream today. You didn't close your eyes, you like danger. I mean, that's totally up to you. I just hate for somebody to get like sick from me rotating it all of a sudden. go bleh. Have an upset tummy or something. No. Okay, so let's trim all of our little thready threads. If you're just getting here, welcome. My name is Tiffany from Tiffany Cosplay, and we are currently working on our Asuka cosplay from Evangelion. Did I get the name right, maybe? This is the original concept art that the character that we are doing. And this was a Patreon chosen cosplay, meaning that all of my current Patreons got to submit their cosplay that they wanted me to make and then vote. And this was the one that won. And it was a reward for reaching a certain income level for me on Patreon. So thank you for your support. And we make a new cosplay every single month. And this is actually our cosplay for July. So yeah, that's a fun. And we are currently working on the legging things. They're not technically boots because they're not attached to the shoe, so they're like leggings something things. Okay, now let us trim our little edge. Go over there. That part. We get pretty close on most of it. I just don't want too much extra material on rubbing my heel when wearing this. And I think I'm just gonna leave all that spots. Okay. So, we will put that to the side, and then we're going to pin our other one. I want this one. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think we're okay because I'll trim it after. The other one was other legging when we trimmed it. It hung over just a little bit extra, so should be fine. So we are at like 3 o'clock, which means it's like food hour of talking. So what is everybody's dinner or lunch plans tonight? I have no idea what mine's gonna be. I had a baked tilapia last night. But maybe I'll do a salmon or something. Potato soup. Okay, potato soup's not that bad. You gonna put anything in it? Well, you know, time zone. Some people it's like in the mornings for them, and yeah. Chick-fil-A? Ah. See, this is when chat lights up. Everybody's like, food? I like talking about food. Do a second lunch, yeah. Bacon and some other seasonings. Okay, that's good then. I don't think I've had Chick-fil-A in, at least half a year. I had Sonic last week, just because I wanted something. I didn't want to cook. And I really wanted an M&M Blast. I mean, we know I like my ice cream. But their ice cream machine thingy was down, and I don't know if it has to do with, like, with the virus or anything, because it's, like, a dairy product, or I don't know. But I was very sad. You're on your 7th breakfast? Nice. What ended up happening with avocado? I ate it all. I ended up using it for, made it originally for the quesadillas as a kind of dip thing, and then I had it on my guacamole burger that I made, and then I ended up, I think I then just used it for chips, and I wanted a snack. I didn't realize I'd eaten a lot of it already, so it just went to that. I think I finished it off yesterday, actually. Yeah, yesterday's schedule was all messed up for me. So I haven't really been sleeping at all the last few days. I mean, typical me, I have problems with sleeping in general. But, I ended up, like, pressing my alarm off in the morning, and normally I wake up around, like, 7:45 to 8, and just do that every day. And I turned it off, and I guess I fell back asleep, and I didn't wake up till 9:40, and I, like, never do that. And I was so out of whack of, like, just because I've been working so much. I've been basically working from 9 a.m. until midnight every single day, just on my cosplay stuff, and, like, trying to update Patreon and all my YouTube videos and everything. And, yeah, so with that point, I didn't eat breakfast till like 10:30, which means I didn't eat lunch until 2, and then at that point it was like dinner time, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not really hungry, but I need to eat something, so I did some chips and guac, and then I ended up having tilapia, like, I think around 8 last night or something. I normally eat dinner really early. I do it around 5 to 5:30. So I'll do my little mailbox walk after the stream, and then I'll start making dinner. I do want to make, so when I remake guacamole again, I want to add more, I need to get more jalapenos in it, or some kind of, like, kick to it, add some cayenne. It was very avocado, like, it was really good and fresh, but it was missing some stuff, for sure. Do I need an alarm? I really don't need an alarm. I just have one every day just because it's something. Like, even with an alarm, I normally wake up around 8:15. I mean, without one. I don't know what I said. But yeah. I've just been really exhausted, though. I'm overworking myself. Typical me. I blame the raft game because I played it for 3 days straight without doing any cosplay stuff, and it messed up my whole schedule. Like, everything I have that I do every month is very... I do a lot, but it's very much like I have to do certain things every day to kind of keep it spread out even and not be stressed, and playing 3 days straight of that and not doing anything else kind of messed me up a little bit. I had so much fun, it was really nice, but I'm definitely paying for it in the end. arm to keep appearance and look normal. Yeah, pretty much. I'm very much a schedule, and I like things being like in order, so it just helps me. It's a routine. Okay, that is all pins now. I'm not human. Shh, we're not supposed to tell everybody about my robot powers. Welcome back. Just got a haircut, but don't worry, you didn't chop off any of the tail. Okay. Oh, you just got the side shaved again? No, I'm sorry, Roxy. Yeah, for me, I've got like a very strict schedule. I mean, it's my own created schedule, but basically wake up at like 7:45 to 8, and then from like 8 to 8:30 watch a show while playing Animal Crossing while eating breakfast. Normally it's Twitch. And then from like 8:30 to 9, I try to post something on social media, just because the most when people are looking is normally at like 9 o'clock. So I try to get it done, and then after that I'll come upstairs and do all of my business things, try to do emails, I check on Patreon, make sure all of that's been updated and whatnot. Currently right now I'm doing like YouTube, trying to make sure all of those copyright things, sometimes each copyright sound takes like 4 hours for it to get rid of, so I'm always like constantly checking, because it doesn't give you a notification when it's done. And then I also do the check on the Amazon affiliate associate thingy or whatever, see if there's anything happening with that, which it hasn't. And then yeah, then it's just like cosplay working. If it's normally at that time, it's around like 10. If it's a streaming day, then normally I'll get my hair, if I do my hair, put on makeup, and then I'm normally ready around 11, go eat lunch, come back, set up for the stream, and then stream. And then otherwise, if I'm not, then I'm just working on cosplays the rest of the day. Yeah. But busy. Okay. You know, you could just do it yourself. Just easy. But that's okay. All right, we're gonna go and sew these pieces now. Yeah. So let me set all of that up. Ow. There's a needle popping out of the bottom. Where is it? It's that one. You are gonna change locations. Okay. Alright, I'm rotating the camera. Close your eyes. Good to open. I know. Okay. Stuff, please go to my YouTube channel and watch all of my cosplay tutorials. can go exclamation point YouTube. Whoop. That one didn't like us. There we go. Occasionally they get it. But yeah, my YouTube channel, I do a lot of cosplay tutorials that go over how I make all of my pieces for my armor for a lot of my cosplays. Come on. Yee. There we go. And thank you for the follow. Much love. Alright. So that's that. Unpin it now. Try and make it so y'all can see this part too. Maybe there. My fingers are becoming a little more stupid. Ah. Okay, there, and then I just want to trim off the little bit of extra fabric, and then we're going to do some of our reinforcement stitching. I have other scissors over here, but they're not as sharp. This one they were slightly off. And same with these pieces. Yeah, at this point, this may be one of our last streams for this cosplay, and then we'll continue work on our World of Warcraft cosplay. Okay, that back over there, and we're gonna switch to this one. So it's a straight stitch with a zigzag at the same time. This one's gonna be fun. Trying to get it started. There we go. always takes a little bit of time. But the only good thing about this red fabric is it doesn't fray on you. It just sticks to everything. It's gonna be a non-breathing cosplay. Okay. That is done. And now for the other one. And that needs to be done. There we go. A little bit of a trouble starting there. Almost done. Okay. All done. And I'm gonna flip the camera in just a second. Stick. Okay. Alright, close your eyes. Good to open. And then let's trim our little extra. I know. Ah! Trim our little extra threads again. Hi Jason, welcome on. How are you? And this side. And then trim the other one. And thanks guys for watching. Hope you are enjoying our stream today. Grinding some possum cutter, no. Ah, okay. Well, be safe. Okay. Googled up. Yep. Alright, let us flip this. Ugh. Awful feeling. Well, I thought this would work more. It's just sticking to itself. Okay, maybe not. There we go. The photo shoots in that are gonna be rough with the, I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Okay, there we go. Kind of hard to tell, but there is our legging. Woot! So top part to the foot. Now we still have to add the kneecap to it, and then we decided all of our little extra pieces that are going to be attached to the foot, we're actually going to attach it to the shoe instead. So, yay! I might see if we can put it on Legatha, if it's not too much trouble. Go over there. Okay, now let's flip the other one. Shouldn't be as bad, because it's not gonna be the shiny, like, plasticky side. It won't be touching the skin. It'll be the fabric side. But that's why it's sticking to each other. Just like it sticks to the sewing machine. And he said, "Ooh, I didn't realize that." Oh. Hi, Missy, how are you? This goes on my legs. They're leggings. Everyone went home for the day and didn't tell you? What do you mean? Nobody else is at work with you? Party? There we go. Yeah. I'm curious on putting it on Legatha though, because I don't want to put it on myself yet. Lovely Legatha, you are being required. Move that farther away so it doesn't snap to it. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna start like sweating in it when I'm inside the house. it's just gonna be one of those things. The only thing with Legatha is her foot doesn't bend. Oh, and it's turning into a balloon. She's close to my measurements, but not fully. It's actually not that bad. So yeah. Yeah, Lagatha. Because it's a pretty leg, like, that's different from our non-pretty legs. So yeah, there's our finished lady. So not bad. I wanted it to be where this actually stuck up. I've seen so many of them, like other cosplayers that do it, and then this part, because it's not actually attached to anything, it just like falls. So by reinforcing it with the EVA foam there really helped. And it goes all the way down to the knee. So, yeah. And you can see all of the lines. Isn't it awesome name? Thanks. But yeah, the other thing, so it'll be on, we'll have our shoe. We'll have the shoe, and then we'll have, technically this piece is supposed to be attached here. Same with a silver version of that. But because the shoe has all the straps and stuff, I'm just gonna attach them to the strap instead. And so it'll be a separate piece. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it actually. It looks really good. And the leg is a little bit like bigger than me, so it should hopefully not be too hard to go on me. Yeah. Yep. So, but this is the same kind of concept with the leotard part to look like this, but it's, the one downfall is it's not, like, you're always gonna have like the slight little wrinkles. It's not gonna be skin tight. For the skin tight is going to still be pulling in its places and meh. So yeah. Meh. But it's basically done! Except for the kneecap. Yeah. Kneecap I gotta figure out. So. Alright. Well, I think that is our stuff. But here's the other one. I think this one is the left leg for that. Yeah. The top part of it looks really good, I think. Better than the bottom part. Bottom part's kind of meh. Meh. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for us today. Since I finished our legs, for the most part. Still a few little touches that I gotta do. Yeah, so you gotta paint the one part, attach the pieces to the shoe, and do the kneecap on that. For the breastplate, you can kind of see all the pieces done here. So the orange thing there, it's finally sealed. I need to attach it to the leotard. The leotard I need to add a zipper to, but I need to take out a little bit more thread from the back because I can't fit in it yet. So gotta do that and then check the fitting, make sure it's tight enough around the waist. It's very just flat on both sides, and it sits technically like right at my waist, so it's from here to here, but I just want to make sure before I start doing everything. So adding the zipper, adding the breastplate, and then all of the like little attachment pieces all over. I still got to make the collar out of EVA foam, and then paint that. Oh, the squids! Oh, our happy little squids that we made last time. So we did our template last time of our little grumpy squid, and here's the grumpy squid now. It's been covered in the same fabric. This is where I was saying like the glue, it just rubs off. But it'll work. This is the piece that goes around the arm, and I'll need to do all of the little detail stitching and everything. We'll have to add all of the grumpy eyes to the grumpy squid. So that still has to happen, as well as I haven't done the shoulder pads yet. So I think, oh, and the wig, I gotta style the wig. So there's still quite a bit, but I mean, in reality, I haven't really been working on it except for like the last 2 or 3 days. So yeah, I've done some stuff like here and there, but I haven't really started working on it until now. So the photo shoots I have planned for it are not until the 12th, I believe, the 11th or 12th. So I've got a little bit of time, but I like for my cosplay of the month to be done the month beforehand. So now that we're in the month that it's technically due, it's a little like, grump, grump, grump. I don't like doing that. So yeah. I am not going to be doing any props for this one. She has like, so she technically doesn't have a weapon, but you could do a staff, and I have 2 staffs available blueprints wise for this month on Patreon. One's the staff of something with a C and the staff of Longjing, something like that. I don't know. But basically one is like a giant point with a swirly thing at the bottom, and the other thing is 2 points that have a swirly thing at the top, and then it goes to, it's like a straight pole kind of thing to a point. But yeah, I like doing props. I would be very interested in doing it, but it's one of those cosplays where I'm never gonna wear this in public. I may not wear it more than once for these photo shoots. So is it worth it to spend time to make a prop or not? And I've got, you can see the whole WoW cosplay, everything there and all the stuff there. I've got a lot of stuff to work on, so I'd rather not do a prop for this one. But yeah, it's same like, so our A2 cosplay was also a Patreon chosen one, just like this one, and I didn't do a prop for that one, just because it was a katana. I made blueprints for her specific katana, and for the, I think it was the Beast Lord sword, and so there's those. Yes, that one, Daniel. Thank you. I'm not gonna even attempt to say it, but I was kind of close. Something with an L. So yeah, I think it's kind of on the same boat. A2 actually, I think I might possibly wear it at a convention, but it would just depend. There'd probably do some updates too, but at that point, when conventions come back, I'm probably gonna have at least like 6 more cosplays by then. So it's probably gonna be pushed to the back. But yeah, so that's what we gotta do for those. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Tiffany from Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and as I said already, I'll make a new cosplay every month because I'm cray-cray. We are currently working on our Asuka Langley Soryu cosplay from Evangelion, and it is the Yamato version, which is the original concept art for the show, as well as we're working on our Lightbringer armor set from World of Warcraft with an Ashbringer sword and the Permafrost cape. There you go. So we're doing that in the background, and then once this one's done, I'm just going to be working on that, and then I'm going to bring back an old cosplay so I can have a little bit of a break to kind of relax a bit and to catch up on things. So that's the plan on that. But thank you guys so much for watching the stream today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new or want to help grow the channel, press the follow button, as well as go to my YouTube channel, please. We are trying to get to 4,000 watch hours, and we currently have 400. So just go put on my videos in the background. You don't even have to watch them, just have it running. Please and thank you. I really appreciate that. So I'm slowly adding all of my cosplay making videos on Twitch to YouTube. So I'm actually releasing some videos that are more than 2 years old of my Xenojiva cosplay. I'm going to start today and tomorrow releasing some of my old Atlantic Mercy cosplay Twitch videos. And we also have some of this, as well as World of Warcraft that are coming. So there should be at least like 30 more videos going, as well as all my cosplay tutorials and whatnot. So yeah. But thanks guys so much. Y'all are really supportive today. Like, stupid supportive, so thank you. Discarded Foot, thank you for the resub. Gummy Jeeves, Mr. Shane for the tier 2 resub. Unexpected Greg for gifting 5 subs to the channel today. And then also Gummy Jeeves, Mr. Shane for doing the ridiculous $200 donation. You're not supposed to do that, but thank you for the early birthday present. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, love you too. Love you too. Grump, 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 grump. I wish we could all get together and stuff, and like none of the wineries are open, nothing's open anymore. So it's sad day. But one day, I know. Also, thank you for the videos we received today, Teen, and also for the new follows, the hosts we received today. Did anything else happen? I don't know. But thank you guys. Our next stream should be tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be a cosplay stream or a gaming stream. Yeah, I'll have to see what else we have left on this that I can do on stream. But yeah, something like that. Have wine and watch. Yes. Have my stuff in the background. Drink some happy juice. Be merry. Relax. Get away from the world. Yes. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social medias, they are all at Tiffany Gordon Cosplay. Obviously, that is for Twitch. For YouTube, go to YouTube, please and thank you. For my main Instagram account, for Facebook, for Patreon. This month on Patreon, our featured cosplay is Asuka, what we're working on. Where you can get all the behind the scenes on making it, as well as we're going to be doing 2 cosplay tutorials over my World of Warcraft cosplay, early access to blueprints, as well as exclusive prints, fan signs, Polaroids, stickers, wallpapers, and if you're a little more adventurous, we do have a spicy set of it this month, as well as you can also join my OnlyFans at Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and then my only other social media is Twitter, which is at Tiffany Cosplay. It's the only one that's different because my name is too long. Of course, we have an open Discord. If you do !Discord or press the button below chat, you can join that, where we have an announcement section for when I go live, as well as a cosplay section if you'd like to put your cosplays up there, share others, whatnot. You can go there. We have a bunch of gaming sections, and we are starting a watch party section to start watching shows together. Stuff like that, and an Animal Crossing section. So, yes. And of course, my website, www.tiffanygordoncosplay.com. And I have a whole blueprint gallery there to help you make your cosplays. Specifically Mercy. If you are doing a Mercy, I have a shit ton of those. Go there. Lots of blueprints. Prints. And then I've got cosplay fabric there. Hopefully, I just got notification, 3 new fabric designs of mine are being shipped to me, so that way I can get them approved. So that's exciting. So hopefully in the next week I will receive them, and we will have 3 Shishomaru fabrics coming to my fabric store. So yeah, that's exciting, and also EVA foam. So, I think that's pretty much it. Alright guys, well, I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And, yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.